Up next, we got Candace Owens. You know what time it is. Let's get it.
People still do not know what happened on the day that George Floyd died. They've never even seen any video outside of the 9-minute video that was played over and over and over again on loop. And they purposefully held back just releasing the police cam, which would have cleared up so many of the lies.
And it's amazing the emotional power of the narrative as opposed to the truth, the story they tell. Joe Biden, a man who's been in government since the 1970s, got on television and said, we are an inherently racist society, an inherently racist government. He basically talked about this trial as if it were difficult to get a conviction of a police officer who has killed a person, which just isn't true. It just isn't true. If you have the testimony, if you have the evidence, you can convict a police officer in this country. He was talking as if it were 40 years ago. People were weeping in the streets when this verdict came in, as if it were not a done deal, as if it wasn't the Derek Chauvin who was the guy under pressure. It's amazing how completely the press, working together with the left, has sold this narrative that this is a racist country. I lived out of this country for most of the 90s. This is the least racist country on the face of the planet.
You would think that former Vice President Joe Biden would acknowledge the fact that America is not a backwards racist country, as he stood next to the first black man to be elected as president of the United States 2 times, right? This is a majority white country, 60% white country. It would not have happened. Barack Obama would have never been president had it not been for the fact that America has moved on from race, but they don't want us to move on from race anymore, and that's exactly where we're getting at.
Yeah, it's just like the boat got a point. They said they want to keep us separated. They don't want us united as one, because if that happens, that's too much power for the people. They don't want you to have too much power, just enough. And that's like you were saying, why are they not being held accountable? All these news reporters, all these people that put this narrative and this spin out there and make certain things seem like it's racist, but it's not. How come they don't be held liable for all these things that happens? Because when George Floyd situation happened, it was almost like we thought we was going to head in for another civil war. That's how bad it was on that turf of getting. Like, over this one person who wasn't even a saint. We all know. He didn't deserve to die like that. But come on now. We had to burn down all these buildings, looting and all that. Your own neighborhood? Now your taxes going to be going up. Now you got to pay more in taxes. Your own neighborhood. I don't understand, but somebody need to be held liable when these stuff start happening, and when they're putting this type of spin on stuff and making things seem like it's not. They'll show a little clip of what happened, but they won't show you the whole video until days later. They want a little uproar before the whole truth kind of comes out there. Somebody got to be held liable.
And I want to get to this tweet because I was so physically nauseated by it. It was from the mayor of Minnesota. He says, ready, George Floyd came to Minneapolis to better his life, but ultimately his life will have bettered our city. The jury joined in a shared conviction that has animated Minneapolis for the last 11 months. They refused to look away and affirmed he should still be here today. Brandon, Minneapolis to better his life. When you want to better your life, how much fentanyl do you take?
Simon says,
yeah, of some tantrum. I like the way he put. He's just like me, and he always keeps saying that why can't black people take accountability? Yo, I love Officer Tantrum, man.
I don't know how much fentanyl he's taking to write a tweet like this. If you want to better your life, I think you would start by not using drugs and trying to buy stuff with fake money and resisting arrest from police officers. I don't know what world we live in.
Right.
Why are these people so lame?
They're just lying.
They're just making up stuff to stoke hatred and vitriol in our country. That guy was a thug. That guy was a criminal. That guy was using drugs. He's not an example of anybody. He don't represent me as a black man.
And I hate that. I want to point that out. I hate when people say to me, how do you not see yourself in George Floyd? How do you not see your brother, your cousin? I don't know. My brother and my cousins aren't ingesting fentanyl, resisting. Why would I see myself in George Floyd? What person goes, I really see myself in this drug addict and this person that's been arrested and faced jail stints 9 times? Why am I forced to see myself because, we have a similar melanin complexion?
It tells you what they think of you, though.
Right.
Yeah, They feel that's representative.
Well, and his name is now forever synonymous with justice, according to our Speaker of the House. How little must they think of the American people to have that as the hallmark of everything we should be looking towards to better our life and the end goal of where we should achieve things?
Yeah.
Yes, that part. They look at us as all the same and expect us all with that movement. No, why don't you look at us all the same when there's all these black on black crimes happen? Where's this uproar? You see, they don't put the spin on those type of stuff. When it's black on black crime, they ain't putting that out there. It's a white cop, black man, or a white person and a black man or a black woman. They put that spin out there, like the little clip of the woman that was in the parking lot after hours, and the officer asked her to sign the citation, and she didn't want to sign it. And when he pulled the cuffs out, that's when she was like, "Oh no, it's not. No, too late now. You've been playing around with this man. He asked you nicely. Just sign the citation. You can fight it in court. He give you his badge number. He give you his name. Are you still playing?" He pull the cuffs out. "Oh no, she want to sign it now. No, it's too late now. Now you're going to jail." So he had her on the ground, put the cuffs on her. But she's a woman, so he cannot put her on the ground. That's the only part they put out there. When he tried to put a cup, they didn't put the whole video out. The whole video didn't come out until almost 48 hours later. See what I'm talking about? It's almost like they want these type of videos. It's almost like somebody buys these videos and cut it and put it out there and wait. And then they put the whole video out. Like, it's a bigger force behind this. That's what I believe. You guys let me know what you guys think in the comments. I believe it's an entity, it's somebody behind all of this. It's happening way too often. I have never seen this happen this often. It's too much. They keep spinning. It's like they don't want us to move forward as a people. They want us to move forward separated. They don't want us together at all. And I still can't wrap my head around it. It's like, you that scared of us being united? That's crazy.
What happened to the lady that he had at gunpoint?
Yeah.
That they did a home invasion?
Where's
that justice? What happened to the people,
that pregnant woman,
who he probably was selling drugs to? What happened to his family? He's in another city. His family don't live there. Mm-hmm. How is this man the spokesperson of justice?
Yeah.
How is the movement today synonymous with justice when you look at what Martin Luther King did? They didn't beat people up, kill people, burn buildings, loot Louis Vuitton. They weren't doing those things.
Justice has gotten a makeover since the time of Martin Luther King. I'll tell you that for sure. And it's really despicable to see the way they are mischaracterizing him. I don't care what you think about him, whether you think that Derek Chauvin should have been guilty. The idea that this man should be hailed as a hero should be sickening to every single American.
Yeah, I don't agree with that whole George Floyd thing. Like I said, it's sad to see him on the ground like that and the way he went out. But at the end of the day, man, look how many young black kids are dying in the streets. 13, 14, 15, 16. Come on, man. Was it like a young drill rapper in New York? Kid was only 14 years old. Got stabbed to death. 14 going on 15 years old. Where's the outrage for all that? Where's the outrage for the mother in New York City who was with a baby, walking a baby, and got hit by, I think it was like 4 or 5 straight bullets? Where's the outrage of the other black mother that was simply in the park with a baby, and her baby daddy had an argument earlier. They were texting each other. He found her in the park and he killed her. Where's the outrage for that? Where's the outrage for the little 3-year-old girl that got shot in her bed, sleeping, by stray bullets? Where's the outrage for that? No, it's only when it's white. Like, how do you equal a life with race? A life is a life at the end of the day. You see, we're so hypocritical the way we go about things, and black people, it's almost like all people just want the reason, just to act stupid. Because if it was all about the life of the black person, you would keep that energy no matter who took the life of that black person. That's the part I have a problem with. And you see what's going on in California. Ever since 2020 started with the whole George Floyd situation, and the lockdown didn't help. Now in California, you see the smash and grab, the looting, it's still continuing. And they're doing it without any incident happening. We just want a reason to act stupid, act a fool out there. And it's sad they're doing this in their own community. They're wrecking their own community. I see that they do a 7-Eleven. They just ran in there and they trashed the entire 7-Eleven for no reason. That man did nothing to nobody. He was just doing his work. And you know what it did? When he ran to the side, because he was scared, because like 30, 40 people ran up in there. Like, what you going to do? They were throwing cans at him. The guy was just there doing his job. He wasn't bothering nobody. But that's what I'm saying. What's the outrage about that? What's the uproar about that? I don't know, man. We got to find out. Something has to change, man. Because people still falling for these false allegations. They're still falling for these cut half tapes that they put a little spin on and they're putting it out there for the internet to see. How we still falling for that? I don't know. You guys give me a take about this in the comments. Unless, like Officer Tangiman said, George Floyd, when he put the gun, and he forgot to mention she was pregnant. He put a gun to a pregnant woman's belly. That's who we destroying the whole. We should be destroying and ripping stuff on when we had little kids die, defenseless little innocent kids that has nothing to do with anything. Just starting their life. Now we want to uproar about George Floyd. Yes, it was sad to see him die like that, but come on now, man. Thousands of black people are dying every year by our own people. There's no uproar about that. Give me guys think about this in the comments, man. Until then, I'm going to catch you guys next video. Peace out. You guys have a blessed day.